attitude to your problems. Develop the right attitude to your problem. Norman Vincent Peale said that positive thinking is talking about how we think about our problems, and enthusiasm is how we feel about it. So the most important about our problem is how we think and feel about it. You must have the right attitude to your problem. And that reminds me of the story written by G.W. Target titled The Window. And that is about two men that were down with diseases and they need intensive care in the hospital. So they were admitted to the same ward in the hospital. One was placed by the window side, and the one that was placed by the window side had difficulty in congestion and in breathing, while the other man was placed across the room. So they have nice time together, they talk together, just together about families, their past experiences and the likes, and they were actually getting along. But the other man that was placed beside the window had access to look through the window, and while looking through the window, he would describe the outside world to the other man with perfect clarity, which creates images in the mind of the other man. So the man will say, okay, I can see the ocean, in fact I can see the breeze, I can see children with their parents playing on the seashore, I can see the palm trees and all of that, and that was having an effect on the other man. So the man was having a feel of what the outside world looks like, and he was actually recovering at a greater pace. But something happens, he had time to think a lot, and he started thinking about the privileges of the other man and the privilege that he doesn't have. That why will the other man have privilege to see the outside world and behold all of his beauty, whereas me, I'm chained to this hospital bed. And before you know it, he became envious of the other man, and in no time his health began to deteriorate. But one night, the man that was placed beside the window side was struggling for air, difficulty in breathing, and he could not summon enough strength to call the nurse to come to his rescue. But this other man, placed across the room, knew of all of it. Because of his jealousy, he did not call the attention of the nurse, and the man eventually died. So immediately the man was moved out of the room. He pleaded with the nurse, please move me to the window side, and the nurse agreed. The nurse moved him to the window side, all for him to look through the window and discover that the only thing that was there is the wall. Nothing like the beach, nothing like the ocean, nothing like palm trees, nothing like children and their wives and their mothers and husbands are playing, nothing like that. So then it dawned on him that he had made a mistake, and that's the mistake most of us make about our problem. Because our problem is not the problem, our problem is how we see the problem. Most of us see our problem as something that has come to destroy us, something that has come to strangle life out of us, which is not. Our problem is not to destroy it. Our problem is to make us stronger. Our problem is not to make us fall. Our problem is to make us stand solidly, stolidly, like a round peg in a round hole, and face all the difficulties of life until we emerge successful.